Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are y'all doing today? We are here to do a full reaction, real time recap to episode number 194 of Beyond the Gates, right? Yeah, we got 6 more episodes to go, baby. We're going to be in season 2. And I heard that the 200s is better than the ones. So I'm ready for season 2. Are you? Sure, they probably don't start that. I think they're gonna start it sometime this month. So, how are y'all doing? Hopefully, y'all doing well. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribes, smash up, throw up them thumbs up in the air, baby, and show your auntie some love. All right. Also, hype me up. Hype me. It's that little thing when you see after you made a comment, swipe it to the left, and it'll see. Do you want to hype this video? Yes, we wants to hype her. So do that for me. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get this party started and start this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, baby. We are at the country club and we see the two that we saw yesterday hanging out together, Vernon and Dre. Will Danny be joining us? Vernon said, nah, she's actually out shopping with Nicole. And it still feels weird not calling her aunt anymore. That is Andre. I bet you it is weird, baby. Because they've been knowing him since he was knee high to a grasshopper. So, honey, we find out that the reason why Andre stopped calling Nicole Aunt Nicole was because that makes her think about Uncle Ted. So he stopped doing it. Stopped calling her Aunt Nicole because of Ted. Well, Vernon says, well, whatever that makes her feel comfortable, I guess. Yeah. Well, I am a kind of disappointed that I missed Danny because I hoped they sat down and getting themselves comfortable. And guess what Andre has? Anita's gift. Y'all know what the gift is. It's that picture. So Andre was like, yeah, this is it, sir. Before she left home, she took it out of hiding so that Andre could give the picture to Vernon so he could take a look at it. Hopefully they'll show us. I know they wanted to have it framed, so maybe they'll show it to us once they frame it. Hopefully. Wait a minute. She didn't even tell you where she was hiding it. He was like, yeah, well, Danny did say that Miss Anita is determined when it comes to finding things, especially when it comes to finding her Christmas gifts early. Because I think they all live on the same, they like walking distance, right? They all live on the same, and of course they live behind the gates. Fairmont Crest is a gated community. But how far, I wonder how far does Danny, Nicole, and the Palace, how far are they apart? Are they on the same block? They got to heal that damn building up the shouts. Like, how far are they? Where do they live from, approximate from each other? Vernon said, yeah, she has been known to resort to threats and bribery. Yeah, and if my wife knew that you had her Christmas gift, he said, oh, Andre was like, wait, what the fuck's going on with all these Dupree women snooping around to find their Christmas gifts early? I guess it's a tradition. When I tell you that damn Vernon has been wearing ascots since the damn Winterfest, he been wearing them fucking ascots. You better go ahead, Clifton. Andre continues on and says, well, Danny and I actually caught Chelsea's ass trying to find shit early. Danny let her have it though. But I don't think Chelsea's going to be snooping around us anymore anytime soon because Danny let her have it. From the way that sounds, I sure don't want to hear them damn details. Andre's like, well, should we be even talking about Anita's gift in public? Like, what if she shows the fuck up? You don't even have to worry about that. She was so happy to find out that I had other plans for today that she practically shoved my ass out the house. Yeah, I have a feeling that she might have a surprise of her own. Oh, so she's back at the house and the girls come. What girls? Yeah, who else? Tracy and Sharon. They come in, they shivering and shit like they say, child, ain't no, well, it might be fall. How you doing? Better, honey, now that y'all are here. I am more grateful than I can say. Tracy said, girl, of course we're here. And what in the hell did you think it meant when we said articulate strong? When I tell you that Miss Tracy, she's adorable. Y'all need to go follow her on her damn IG. She was dressed up for her. Like I told y'all, she had a Christmas concert 2 weeks ago. I couldn't go because I had other plans, and she was sharp, honey. She had that one shoulder out. She had her hair in a ponytail. Honey, she was sharp. All right, so I'm sorry, I said Sharon. I meant to say Tracy. 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 Sharon was like, well, that's not just words, She's like, I know. Anita says, I know. I mean, it's the holidays and you guys are on tour. Yes, Tracy, Miss Maria Howell. Tracy, all right? I think I said Tracy, but if I didn't, y'all will tell me whether I made it. Shit, I've been calling damn uh uh Kyle Liam. Well, we're here now because you need us, Sharon says, and Anita was like, I had to tell someone what was happening, but I just couldn't bring myself to frighten Vernon and the girls when it might turn out to be nothing. So she told them. I'm glad that she told somebody. Thank you, Anita. Please, I'm happy to know that you told somebody, girl. It probably is nothing. So Sharon was like, wait a minute. So Vernon doesn't even know about the biopsy? Yes, she told him. Thank God. I'll tell him once the results come in, one way or the other, which should be any time now. And Tracy says, girl, and you're right. It might not even be cancer, girl. Now we got the bop, bop, bop. Hey. Oh, shit. We are at the hospital. And Leslie gets off the elevator, and Ashley and Shanice are at the nurse's station. Hello, Ashley. I hope that you and your mother had a lovely time at Winterfest. This is what Leslie is telling Ashley. We did, Ashley says. Thank you so much for the tickets. Oh, it was my pleasure. How's Jan enjoying the cruise? Oh, she hasn't gone yet. She's probably still packing. I don't remember Jan telling us she going on no cruise. Jan, you keeping secrets, girl. You need to tell us where you going so we won't be worried about you, girl. Thank you. Shanice said the same shit. Ashley, you ain't tell me that your mammy was going on some damn cruise. Right, Shanice, she ain't tell nobody. I don't like that shit. Oh, and it's not just any cruise. She is going on a love boat themed cruise. Oh yeah, she's always wanted to go and she finally can. Now that you and Derek are broken up, Shanice says, I'm sure that it wasn't her plan for you to spend Christmas alone. I hate to distract from your conversation, bitches, just to ask about a patient. But Ashley, how's Peaches doing? What I tell you, she is the most disrespectful biatch. Oh, it's gonna be so sweet to see. And she's gonna be pissed with Ted if he's even showing interest in Shanice. When probably last night she was having Marcel all on her. That don't matter. It don't matter. Because that's my man. Oh, let me push play and hopefully Ashley says, well, I'm not over her. That's Shanice. Please. I don't write these scripts, but I'm hoping I push play and that's Ashley. I, Shanice says, checked on Miss Evans a few minutes ago, and she seems to be resting comfortably. Since you don't want to ask me shit, I'll answer you. Uh-huh, Leslie says. I think I'll just go see her myself. What she got against you? That's what Ashley asked Shanice while Leslie leaves. Shanice was like, today? Girl, probably that I wouldn't let her bring a live Christmas tree into her mother's room this morning. You wanted to bring a fucking live tree? The lady already. Well, did you explain to her that it was against hospital regulations, sis? This is what Ashley asks Shanice. I tried. I did, Shanice said, but look, she just probably just needs somebody to be mad at. Her mother is spending Christmas in the hospital, and even with this damn clinical trial, girl, it could be her last Christmas, so I'm gonna cut Miss Leslie some slack. Wow, this is gonna be Peach's last Christmas. Peaches, girl, you better not croak before you give that girl the full truth. Tell her who her pappy is. Give her all of it, all right? Tell her that Eva is not her daughter. She know that. Girl, give us all the tea before season 2 starts. Don't you go to heaven before you not tell us everything on earth. You hear me? Oh, it's gonna be so good to sit down after shopping all morning. We're with the sissies at Uptown. The sissies are Nicole and Danny. They're having a drink. Yeah, honey. This the second day we heard about bad feet. I know how that feels. You just need to build up more stamina, Danny says, which means that we need to do this more often. Also, you guys need to be ordering online. Then you won't have to worry about doing all this shit. I think that I've had enough to last me for a lifetime. I tell you, I don't write these scripts. Nicole says, I'm starting to think that I should have done everyone's shopping, gift shopping online this year. I swear I did not know that. Beyond the Gates, inbox me at thespianauntie at gmail.com. We need to talk. All right? We need to talk. What's the fun in that? I mean, you miss all the crowds, the carolers, all the kids lining the way to see Santa. Danny is so happy, honey. She got her young stud, baby. She ain't got no old bull. It is also overwhelming, girl, is the word I think you're looking for. When did my sister become such a Scrooge? Oh, I don't know. Maybe around the time when Leslie Thomas decided to blow up my damn marriage. Girl, yeah, that does make you feel real sour, honey. I apologize, sissy, for my total insensitivity. I'm like, girl, Danny went through the same shit. It went through worse. Danny's okay, maybe because Danny is has moved on. It kind of makes me feel like Nicole, has she really moved on, and will she be okay with Shanice and Ted dating? Because you got two men after you and you sitting there sour and complaining about Leslie Thomas blowing up your marriage. I'm not saying that she should have gotten over it because again, it's more fresher. Her wound is more fresh than Danny's. Danny's has had a year. But this girl maybe had what 6 to 8 months, if that. So what does that mean, Nicole? Of course you're having a tough time, Danny says. It's your first Christmas since the divorce. I should be the one apologizing. Christmas is no time for a pity party. Nope. Do you remember how I was last time after Bill got engaged to that Haley? Everywhere I went, I couldn't help but compare how it was before. When I had my perfect little family, I felt useless, unwanted, like I wanted to disappear. In my worst moments, honey, I thought that I would never be happy again. Y'all know y'all be hearing the TV while I'm trying to be ambidextrous, have the remote in one hand and pressing start and stopping on this fucking phone with my left hand. So y'all know shit. This is what we do, honey. I don't need to be making no excuses and apologizing for the content. Stick to the runway, sissy. No motivation, not your calling. She can be motivated, and I do disagree with you on that, Nicole. I think she's more motivated than you are. They both laugh. My point is, look at how much things have changed in barely a year. I'm literally throwing a Christmas party in a few hours, and I'm thrilled. You can't keep a good woman down, Nicole says, because we won't allow it. Now, I know that things are going to turn right around for you as well, girl. It will. I promise you it will, honey. Probably sooner than you think, Danny tells her. So we're back at the hospital nurse's station and we see the back of Ashley's head while Shanice is still looking at other stuff and through her pad. And so Ashley says, I just saw the schedule for next week. You schedule yourself, girl. And you already work Thanksgiving too. This is what Ashley is telling Shanice. Holidays are just days around here, girl. You know that. That's what Shanice said. Well, I will be happy to work a double, Ashley says, so that you can have Christmas off. My mom's taking that cruise. It's not like I'm missing any time with family or anything. All right, bitch. Don't say things that you don't need, honey, because I will totally take you up on that shot. Shanice. You'll be doing me a favor, Ashley says. You'll be actually helping me stay busy. Thank you so much, Shanice. Well, my parents were out of town visiting my brother for Thanksgiving, and I was starting to feel a little down too because I wasn't going to see them for Christmas. So I owe you, Shanice says. And so Ashley says, girl, after everything you've done with, excuse me, damn stuff got in my throat. I'm not editing this out. Ashley says, after everything you done for me with Derek, girl, you don't owe me nothing, girl. You don't owe me a damn thing. Y'all ate like a little bit of, if y'all have a Panda Express, I love their food. So I had something spicy and they try to come, rise up. Sometimes they do that with acid reflux. You get old, baby. You deal with all this shit you ain't never dealt with when you was in your 20s. Peaches, it just burns me that trifling ass Shanice get up all on her high horse because I'm bringing a tiny little Christmas tree in here. You know what that woman needs to learn? We are in Peaches' room. Peaches is about to point and say something. Leslie goes on and on and on. She needs to mind her own fucking business, trying to keep you from your Christmas. The nerve. If I had more time, I would make one of those paper chains and hung it all over out to that nurse's station. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. And I'd wrap it right around that big head of hers. You so fucking old. You acting so petty. So and then Peaches just laying in the bed just shaking her head. Like that lady ain't done shit to you. Whew. So she grabs a chair and sits down. You remember when I was a little girl? And you remember how the schools were shut down because of the blizzard? You can faintly hear Peaches says, "Mhm." And you were not smiling back then, honey, because you were all cooped up for days in that tiny little apartment with a ball of energy like me. And you said if I made a paper chain long enough, I would actually break the world record. Yes. And that was all little Dana needed to go all out, honey. That paper chain had to have been at least 200 feet long. Peaches cough. Oh my goodness, the only reason why I stopped working on it and cutting and gluing was because I ran out of paper. That was fun. Peaches took off her little facial mask thing. You were fun. Oh, please. I'll admit it now that I was a lot of work. I still am. Mm. That was huge what Peaches said. Mm. Girl, yeah, you still are a lot of work. Mm. But I appreciate you for caring enough to put in the effort. I still appreciate you, Peaches. And so they grab hands, and that's it. Peaches ain't gonna last. I'll be surprised if Peaches lasts through Christmas. Definitely not to New Year. Mm-mm. That girl, the girl who plays Peaches, is so funny. But on IG, um, I'd be surprised. Well, we're back at the country club, and Vernon is impressed by what the picture looks like. Of course, we can't see it right now. And so, yeah, he said, "Yeah, wow, Andre, what you've done here is truly remarkable. You've taken a grainy image from a decades old newspaper and made it look like it was from Ebony magazine." No, I'm just kidding. He said it made it look like it was taken just yesterday. So Andre was like, yeah, he really wanted to get it right, and he knows how much the family looks forward to his gifts that he normally gives to Anita, because he does the best. I mean, shit, you flying in meals from Louisiana just to say I love you, like damn, that's love. So Vernon just reminisces and says that he appreciates what Andre and Danny did, and that picture takes him back to when he first met Anita. He saw the fire in her eyes when he first met her. That's all. It's very sentimental. Y'all know I'm cool. We'll see what else they talk about. So Andre suggests that maybe they should leave the photo over at his apartment, and then um Miss Anita won't accidentally find it. So Vernon was like, you know what? I'll leave that up to you two. I suppose that's one reason to keep it at your place. But yeah, I'm sorry. He says, I suppose that's one reason to keep your own place, not keep the picture there. But that's a reason that, yeah, you should keep your own place. He got a little issue with that. Yeah, Danny said that you had some questions about our living arrangements. And well, I understand. Everyone does things their way. Yep, we sure do. Vernon was like, well, if this was works for the two of you, great. 'Cause that shit sure wouldn't work for me. So he was pointing at the picture. He said, from this moment forward, I knew that I wanted to spend as much time as I could with the woman that I love. Yeah. We're back at the palace, and Sharon tells Anita that, girl, you can share your feelings with us, girl. Wow, Tracy says, more importantly, we have been through this situation before. And Anita was like, you have? She tells us that she had a mammogram a few years ago, which turned out to be questionable. And I did too. I had calcium polyps. Oh my God, it's been years ago. Calcium polyps that came up and had me nervous. And my daughter had something that kind of tried to come up as a knot, but it wound up going back. I guess it had more to do with other things than that. But yeah, it can be scary when these machines back then were not as advanced and technical as are now. So you get a lot of scary moments. So I understand that. So, Tracy continues to say that she has very dense breast tissue, which makes it very hard for those readers to test. So yeah, if y'all know what it is. I'm like that, very dense. Let me stop. But they was able to rebuy and find. So yeah. But again, the technology back then is definitely not how it is now. So, Tracy continues to says that her results wound up being benign, but she definitely knows what it's like to lie awake at night, fearing the most. Well, I hope you didn't have to go through that alone. Sharon's like, no, I spent the weekend with her while she waited for her test results. This was when nobody was speaking. So I know Anita's like, damn, I missed out on all of that. Damn. Sharon's like, and honey, we had a Denzel Washington marathon, baby, to keep her mind off things. Thank you for being there for Tracy, Anita says. I just feel bad that I wasn't. Oh, honey, on that page has turned, Tracy said. It's gone. All I'm saying is that after all my fears, everything turned out fine, Tracy says. And Sharon's like, your sisters are here for you, sis. We are. And we are going to celebrate, Tracy says, when that test comes back negative. And if it goes another way, honey, we will be right here to get you through it. Thank you. Thank you both. It means the world to me. So she's hugging Tracy while Sharon is looking at their picture, that Anita and Vernon on the picture. So they making it seem like they cheating. They are not cheating. She probably is going to tell. She probably wished that she probably need to tell Vernon, you need to go ahead and sing to her because she might be going up out of here. So that's not funny, but y'all know what I mean. All right, we're back in Peach's hospital room. Oh, oh, so Leslie's looking through this basket and pulls out this little tree ornament. Oh, I got this for Eva when she was a itty bitty. Yeah, so little. So it was the ice skating boots. So she said, "Oh, honey, that child loved ice skating. It didn't matter how many times she fell on her little behind. She would bounce right back up and say, 'I'm okay, Mama. This was fun.'" And just like that, the free rink at the Millennium Park was our new holiday tradition. You taught me that, Peaches, because she walked around and hung it over Peaches' head. You taught me how spending a lot of money wasn't necessary because you can have a lifelong memory without all that. But this Fairmont Crest Christmas stuff, honey, it's just not the same. I mean, these bougie ass folks, they don't know how to have any real fun. This year, Eva went to go ice skating at the country club with her pappy. Do you know that they actually put a skating rink out there on the golf course for a fundraiser for a charity? Peaches look like, what? Look on her face is priceless. Can you believe that? Peaches just shook her head. Well, I was there too. As a sponsor, though. Yeah, I was elbowing it up with the rich folks. But I gave Eva some space so that she could spend time on the rink with her father. Yeah, 'cause Ted never got a chance to watch her as a child when she was skating. And seeing my baby girl all live up on that ice, it lit me up, you know. Um, Remember, Kat likes to skate on ice too. But now I wouldn't admit this to anybody else. In my heart, I know that that is going to be the new holiday tradition for Eva, and I'll be left watching from the sidelines. Now, my thing is this: why would you be left watching from the sidelines if that's your child? Hmm. That's hogwash. That is what Peaches said. She took that mask down and told Leslie, "That's hogwash, girl." So we're back at the country club, and Andre tells Vernon that he probably will rent out his condo, because he's really not using it like that anymore. Well, but I'm not going to use it for meeting up women if that's what you're concerned with, sir. No, give it to your unc. He needs a place to stay. Oh boy, I never meant to accuse you of anything along those lines. Now he said, "Well, it does make sense that you would go there, sir, especially with my reputation and all the things that Bill put Danny through." Or even before the situation with Haley, Bill had other women. I saw the signs, and I think Danny did too. Though she would never ever admit that to me, Oh, sir, you won't ever have to worry about that with me at all, sir. Now, marriage isn't smooth sailing, son. No, it ain't, baby. And Dre was like, yeah, now that I already know. He said, Danny is a passionate person, and I'm not the kind of, like, what do they say? What they call it, a laid back kind of guy. So we definitely do argue sometimes, Andre says. And Brandon was like, well, shit, I'd be surprised if you didn't. He said, but I would never disrespect her by cheating on her. And on that, you have my word. I know you didn't appreciate when I suggested dating Carlton. We're back at Uptown, and that is what Danny, her loud ass, too. Danny with her loud ass. I love her, though. Suggested, honey. More like pressured, Nicole said. Tomato, tomato. But maybe as a New Year's resolution, Carlton, or that handsome doctor you brought to Winterfest? Sissy, okay, okay. A legitimate question is not pressure. Please explain to me what the fuck is holding you back from dating Carlton. Actually, nothing. Are you going to tell her that you just left him last night, honey? Because y'all was tonguing it down. We aren't dating. Okay, she tells her they're dating. Since when, B? About 24 hours ago. You little B. All right. I want all the details. And don't you dare skip over the steamy parts. So she's dating Carlton and Kyle. Okay. So why did they make a big deal out of Kyle coming when she's putting all of her eggs in one basket with Carlton? I don't like that. Did he just come up there for just one time for the Winterfest only, or is he going to be a regular? I'm confusion. You are doing a hell of a job, girl. You have a genuine calling for nursing. We are back at the hospital. This is what Shanice is telling Ashley. She says, and I don't say this to just anybody. So just say thank you, honey, and enjoy it. Ain't that something when just a few hours ago, Ted had to tell her when the right time and to say thank you. So that's interesting. Thank you, Ashley says. She says, Shanice, I might have a calling, honey, but you have a gift. Because what you did with Derek was amazing. You always know what button to push, whether it be tough love or sometimes cajoling, sometimes flirtation. Not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with that. It worked. Derek's back on his feet, girl. And I don't know, and maybe in a weird way, maybe it made it easier for me to see him flirting with somebody else. It made me realize that even if the two of us were not going to work out, he was eventually going to be just fine. Stop worrying about Derek, girl. Shanice says, somebody's going to snatch that man up. Now you need to start worrying about and concentrating who you want to be stuffed in your Christmas stocking, girl. I was just like Tracy, up at night, pacing. We are back at the palace with Anita talking to her girls about this worry about waiting for the test results. So I'm wondering, are the test results going to come at the end of the episode? Vernon, Sharon says, I'd wait until after he fallen asleep. Fortunately, honey, he's a heavy sleeper. I have tried so hard to not let on that anything is bothering me, but it has not been easy. Maybe you should, girl, Sharon says. I mean, get a man some credit. He's not going to fall apart. I know that, girl. I know he'd be my rock. He always has been. But I also know how I would feel at the thought of having to spend the rest of my life without him, and I don't want to put him through that. Not until and unless it is absolutely necessary. Tracy tells her, girl, you ain't giving your husband enough credit, boo. Maybe not, Anita says, but these weeks that I was in Chicago with the two of you rehearsing for the concert, that was the longest Vernon and I have been apart in years. But of course, we were in touch. We talked every day. But when you have spent decades with someone, and that is the first face you see in the morning, and the last face you see before you close your eyes at night, an empty bed is so strange. The thought of one of us having to go on without the other, Tracy says, girl, I am not telling you not to be scared. Because of course you are, okay? But don't let it take over. You acted like, honey, you got a bad diagnosis when there's every chance that things will go your way. That is what Sharon tells her. Just like they always have. Sharon, please. You bringing it back, Sharon. Sharon, reel it in. Bring in the empathetic. All right. I maybe you're trying to make her laugh. I don't know. Sis, I didn't mean it to come out like that, Sharon says. I know what you meant, Anita said. I came here to cheer you up, girl, and here I am sticking my foot in my mouth. No news there, honey. Ouch. What? You think because I'm scared for my life that I'm just going to start biting my tongue? Girl, please. I got to get that picture of her. A carpet picnic? And the lady lays down her drink. This is Danny talking to her sister. Thank you. Girl, is that some type of euphemism? I don't know. Carpet picnic. I ain't gonna go into details, but if you grown, you know exactly what Danny is talking about. No, literally. It was a literal picnic in the carpet in her living room. Yes, it was, Danny. No euphemisms there. That's what Nicole says. No, it is exactly what it sounds like. We had a picnic on the floor of my living room. He brought over on a holiday feast, and it was complete with little decorations. This does not sound very exciting so far, Sissy. I think she has a Moscow Mule. Those are the only drinks that I know, and I'm sure you guys will tell me what other drinks that come in those little copper tin cups. Those things are so pretty. But I think that's what she's drinking. It looks like she has a turkey ham, no, a ham wrap or whatever. I don't know what she's eating, but it looked good though. Nothing else on the menu, girl. That's it. Not the way you mean, girl. I mean, we've known each other forever, Nicole says, and he wanted it to be new for us. And it was wonderful. New food, new music, new wine. You said it was a day, girl. What else happened on this boring picnic? Danny, just because you go traipsing off and fucking all over the continent of the United States, honey, that don't mean that your sissy is gonna do the same. All right. Okay, Danielle. All right. Did he at least kiss you? Nicole says no. I hope you tell her that you kissed him, because y'all did kiss. Okay, girl, give me that man's number. Danielle says, I need to talk to his ass. I kissed him. Okay, girl, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I would like to be frank with you, Andre. We're back at the country club with Vernon and Andre. I mean, sir, the fact that I'm married to your daughter, who puts it all out there, proves that I'm okay, with the truth. Well, I am afraid that even if Bill has moved on with someone else, his pride can't take the fact that his ex wife has moved on too. Well, my heart ain't exactly bleeding for him, sir, Andre said. Well, no one's is. But that doesn't keep him from falling back into his old habits. And I'm sure that I think you probably seen for yourself how conciliatory and attentive he's been towards Danny lately. Oh, yeah, I've seen that shit. He's trying to be the center of her world again, yeah. But what's even a bigger deal than that, Andre says, is that Haley has noticed it too. She has? Vernon says. He says, oh, yeah. And she's been crystal clear about not liking that shit. For better or for worse, Bill actually married the female version of himself. She'll definitely know how to rein him in, Andre says. I wouldn't leave it up to Haley. Not when you have so much to lose. The good thing about this is that Vernon is watching, and I like that. He's very attentive. So I'm happy to see that Vernon is paying close attention to Bill's, you know, uh, just thirstiness. He just got to be there and touching her hand and talking about this and that. So I'm happy to see that Vernon is definitely noticing things and he's saying something about it. He might not tell it to his wife, but I'm happy that he's comfortable enough to talk about it with Andre. So we are back at the hospital and we see that the Kwanzaa candles are up and we see Happy Kwanzaa in the background. And Ashley says, I have something for you. I have something for you. No, I'm not ready, Shanice says. Shanice, it don't matter if you're ready, honey. Just say thank you, girl. Girl, we cannot exchange gifts until the one that I ordered for you comes in, girl. I promise it's not a big deal. It's just a little something that made me think of you, Ashley tells her. So she pulls out this bag and it says human organ for transplant. So Shanice is like, is there something in this shit? No, it's just hand cream and a foot roller, girl. But it says human organ for transplant. It's a cute, I guess it's like a little joke bag, I guess. Gag bag, I guess. Are you sure, girl? Because this is a hospital, Shanice says. I mean, that's the idea. We need people to be afraid of it. So I remember how your last lunchbox was stolen from the break room. So it is not going to happen with that one. It sure ain't. When it says all those words on the front, ain't nobody going to touch that, girl. Well, it's incredibly twisted, Shanice says, and I love it. So they gave each other a hug. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. We're back with Andre and Vernon. So Andre was like, is that a warning? Vernon says it is. But I'm not bringing up Bill because I don't believe in your marriage to Danny. I've seen enough of two of you together to know how happy you make my daughter. And she makes me just as happy, Dre says. That's why I'm rooting for the two of you to make it. Andre says, look, Danny and I have a lot more in common than people think. When it comes to marriage, I had the same kind of role model like she did. Well, Vernon goes down memory lane a little bit and talks about how he used to see Andre's parents, Stan and Iris, at their family gatherings, at the gatherings and stuff, and how you can clearly see how much they really loved and respected each other. So Andre's like, when you grow around up around that love and you see that shit every day, that's your level. You don't expect nothing else because that's what you see. So you don't have no other choice but to give it like that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, maybe that's the reason why it took me and Danny so long to get over our stuff, because she lost faith. She lost faith that a relationship like this was still possible for her. I understand it, honey. He said he didn't want to settle for less, and they decided and they figured out that they can manage to find that out in each other. So, well, that delights my heart. Look, Mr. Sir, I am not ignoring Bill. All right, I know the history. He was like, but sir, if I may, what she and I have is so different from what they had. She's told me more than once about how she's living more lighter now, not living with all that tension, that distrust. So I really think that Bill is going to find out, if he hasn't already, that he has no longer has the same pull that he used to have on her ass. Not no more. Woo! Vernon is saying what I'm speaking. You have no idea how much I am hoping that you're right. Because they don't want her with Bill. Nobody wants her with Bill but Bill. And I hope that too, Vernon. I really do hope that Andre is right. I know it wasn't the first time we kissed, but this was special. We're back at Uptown, and this is Nicole talking about her kissy kissy with Carlton, or her sissy sissy. Danny was like, well, maybe this time because you were the one who initiated it. I mean, he was just sitting there still. It was pretty damn nice. Oh, I knew it. I feel so vindicated. I do the kissing and you get the glory. Typical. You're just hating because I was right about you too. I hope that you're bringing him to my party later. I think it's a little too soon to run him through the Dupree family gauntlet. Well, that he's already been there, girl. Remember, he talked to everybody when you told him no the first time. So let him come to the party. Stop talking nonsense, girl. We have all known Carlton for years, and I was just at with Kyle at Winterfest. You don't think that there are going to be questions about that? Girl, don't nobody give. You just been embarrassed. You've just been embarrassed. What, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, by Leslie. Girl, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about you dating two men. They know about damn Vanessa puts all around there. So, girl, please. And the answer would be, if they had any questions, Danny says, I'm exploring my options. Exactly. Danny just looked at her. Don't give me that look. We all knew Andre too, but it was a completely different thing when he started showing up to family events as your lover. That is true. Yeah, they've been knowing Andre since he was like, what, six or seven? Yeah, if he's 30-ish, maybe 38. And Nicole and Ted have been married for 30 years. Oh, Danny has known that baby since he was 8 years old. She's known him since he was 8, y'all. Probably 7 or 8. I'm not even going to say 5. I'll say either. How old is Andre? Maybe 6, 36. She's known him since he was. Let me erase that from my brain. Wait, Danny says, are you holding out on me, girl? Are you and Carlton lovers? Have y'all? I knew carpet picnic meant something else. I am just making a point, and now you are making my point for me. I am not going to subject poor Carlton to a bunch of prying eyes and questions. I am quite sure, honey, that poor Carlton will be thrilled to be the man on your arm at my party. And it ain't like I'm having a damn press conference, girl. It's just family. Not even the whole family. Mother and daddy, my girl. Kat, who doesn't want to go to Martin's because Eva will be. Wait, is that the reason why you're hiding your relationship? I am not hiding my relationship. I know Kat has had a hard time adjusting to the disruption, Sissy. Are you worried that she'll be upset when she finds out you're dating? And y'all already know my story. If you haven't watched, look at my deep dive, my last conversation, last video about when children find it hard in seeing their parent with somebody else other than their mom and their dad being together. It's you got to really consider the kids' feelings. And if that's Nicole's reasons for wanting to hide Carlton, I get that. But Kat knows Carlton. She's worked with him at the office. She knows him. So I think that she would take that news better. Although ideal, everybody wants their parents to be together. But if it's not going to work out, I don't think that Kat would have a problem with seeing her mom dating Carlton because she knows him. He wasn't the disruptor, you know. And Leslie has been a bitch. So and she hasn't gotten into fights with Leslie. I mean, with Carlton like she has with Leslie. So I don't think that she would have a problem with it. I think that she would be happy for her mom, although she wants it with her father. But I think that she would be really happy with her mom, well, with Carlton. Thank you both for coming. You both have been so much help. If you hadn't come, I would be driving myself crazy with all kinds of thoughts. We are back at the palace, and that is Queen Anita talking to her girls about being thankful to have them there with, and they sitting in front of that beautiful. I don't know why I thought they would have more than one tree though. That tree is gorgeous though, but I thought they would have like three trees in that one room. I don't know why I thought that, but I love the little black Santa Clauses, black nutcrackers and shit. I have the cure for that, Tracy says. I'd say we start off with Much Ado About Nothing. This is the second time that's mentioned because Leslie mentioned it yesterday or day before. I love that movie, the one that Denzel is in. When he was younger, he went on leather paints. Y'all look at Much Ado About Nothing. It is so good. Let Denzel Washington with them leather paints, honey. Whew. Denzel and Shakespeare, Tracy says, girl, ain't no just do it. I'm telling you, just if you don't look at that movie for nothing else, look at Denzel walking in them fucking leather pants. Just that alone is chef's motherfucking kid. Tracy was like, that doesn't nothing get any better than that. And Sharon was like, honey, speak for your fucking self, honey. I like me a good action movie. And Denzel was fine in Trading Day. They need to bring Denzel up there to do a guest appearance. Wouldn't that be a trip? Oh, that would be so fun if he came up there as a guest appearance. Didn't he used to be on a I know he was on St. Elmo's Fire. I think. No. St. Elsewhere. St. Elsewhere. I think he played a doctor a long time ago. But has he ever been on a soap opera? That would be cool if he made a guest appearance because they just mentioned his name way too much on here. She said, and he got an Oscar for that in Training Day because she mentioned Training Day. She says, and he got another one because the first one he got it was in Glory as best supporting actor in Glory. Best moment was when he was getting whooped by I want to be careful what I say on here, but anyway, he was looking at the person like the person who he was pissed at, and he just looked at that man while he was feeling those lashes on his back, and that man just dropped down one tear, just one fucking tear came down that damn man's face. I'm like, I would love to get that good to cry and just let one tear drop. That's why I'm hoping I get this part in this play. I know it's gonna be a tough spot. I really want this part because it'll show me. If y'all don't know, I'm an actress, and I've all the parts that I've ever played in these plays are just strong, black, loud, singing woman. It would really be such a good role for me because I would have to be vulnerable and tap into like some vulnerable parts. So I would love this role because I'm reading the play and I'm going to try to finish it over this weekend, definitely during the Christmas holiday. But I would love this play if I can get this role. I really would love that part. But I know some friends of mine who would do it even better. But I'm the best. And my friend who's directing it, he wants me to come out and audition for it when I mentioned to him that I might look at the script. So I'm gonna go and read. I normally, for me, for auditions, I always like to be the last one. If there's like time slots available, I like to go. And if they're 2 days, I like to go on the last day and be in the last slot or the next to the last slot. I don't like to go on the first day. I like to make the last impression if I want that part. So y'all pray for Auntie. Y'all send all these good jujus because if I do get it, there will be some. The show is not until the end of March, the beginning of April. So the springtime. But I will be gone from here for a while because I really want to engulf myself in this script, and it's so wordy. It's a lot to read through, and I want to make sure that I give this character what she deserves if I'm chosen. But if I'm not, my ass will be right here talking to y'all. All right, back to the show. So Tracy tells Sharon, honey, let's let Anita make the call, honey, and which Denzel movie we gonna watch. It's her house. No, 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 no. Anita says, oh, no, no, no. I'm gonna let y'all work that 2 out, honey. I ain't in that. I'll be in charge of the popcorn. Sharon says, okay, honey, don't forget to put pepper on it. Pepper on popcorn, girl? I think I had a delivery just drop on my front door. I need to go check it. Pepper on popcorn? I mean, so while Anita was walking, she said, do I ever forget? No, girl, you don't. Then we hear the buzz, zzzz, 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 zzzz. Hello? Yes, I'll be there. That is Anita's phone. She answered it. And I guess that's the call that we've all been waiting for. My biopsy results have come in, and Dr. An wants me to come into her office so that we can go over it in person. So we're back at the hospital, and Shanice comes in, and she comes up with the poinsettia, and oh, look at this room, so cheery. She's talking to Miss Peaches, and Leslie's coming in, whole sour pussy. Most people don't have Christmas decorations like this in their room, Miss Evans. This is like Shanice just having a conversation, friendly conversation with Peaches, just being nice. You can look around and just see how much your family cares about you, and Leslie's looking like this bitch. Hello, Shanice sees Leslie standing at the door. So no regulations against bringing plants in here. And when you bring them in here, Shanice was like, bitch, that plant is fake. No risk of pollen or anything that could affect her breathing. So it's fake. Just like you is. If you say so. Look, a patient was just discharged earlier and asked me to find it a good home. So I thought your mother may enjoy it. Oh, Peaches says, thank you. Through the mask. You're very welcome, Shanice says. Well, I don't want to interrupt your visit, so I'll leave you to it. And you let me know if you need anything, okay? She says to Peaches. Peaches says, mm-hmm. And she goes right behind us, and damn, no sooner than Shanice gets out the damn room, she's slamming the door. Turns around, what? Peaches just shook her head. I mean, all right. She may have had her good points. Hmm. I should get going. I have to go pick up the tree for Danny's party. We're back at the country club, and that's Andre about to leave to go get the wife's tree. Whose party? Vernon said. Our party. Our first Christmas party together as a married couple. There you go, boy. So, are you and Miss Anita still planning to come? Remember, she said, drop the misses. All right, drop that. Oh yeah, we looking forward to it. We do have to go and stop by Martin and Smitty's too, so we're very popular this time of year. Hey, it wouldn't be Christmas without you, sir. So they shake hands. Thank you for that great work you did on that print, and thank my daughter for her input too. Oh, thank you. I'll be sure to give my wife your message. Andre walks out of there, does it like a little Michael Jackson spin while he walking. Surprised he didn't do the moonwalk. He pimping out of there. I got to put that. I'm gonna put that video of him on the screen. Yeah, I don't need my daughter's approval to date. That is Nicole talking about Catherine. We're back at Uptown, and she's right. She doesn't, but I really feel that Kat would like the fact of her dating Carlton because she knows him, and she likes Carlton. I mean, she enjoyed working with him when she managed the clinic. I just said that. I just said it. But you are right, sissy. Me dating would be another big adjustment for her to make. And I really do need to be sensitive to that. How many times have I been right today so far? too many. Have I mentioned to you how happy I am that you are throwing this party? And not just for my own selfish reasons, but I really would rather not be at Martin's, making awkward small talk with Ted. And I'm also glad for Andre's sake. Whenever he would be in town for the holidays, he'd come to our house for Christmas. Now he's just not attending, he is hosting. With you. It must mean so much to him. I hope so, Danny says. I mean, that's the main point for me. I mean, I kind of blew it on Thanksgiving. Girl, you didn't just blew it, you blew it up. But I am definitely going to give my husband a spectacular Christmas. When I tell you they keep showing these outside pictures of these damn houses in the little palace, it looks spring outside. When y'all gonna put some snow on Danny's trees and grass and bushes? I know y'all like chart chill. It don't even look fall out there. You see the picture on the screen. It don't even look like it's fall. Well, anyway, the tree is gorgeous. It's like a peach color pre-lit tree. Oh my God. Andre is there putting up the tree standing on a ladder because you know they like to use that ladder. And it is gorgeous. I love it. So she comes home with all these bags in her hands. Oh, now it's starting to feel like Christmas. Wasn't didn't this week Ted was supposed to run into Leslie at the hospital, and Leslie was supposed to drop him some tea about Vernon doing something with Sharon or the tea. They didn't show that because Ted hasn't been on this particular episode today. Oh, did I miss it? Did he say it? No, I don't. Well, the show is still on, so let me see if Ted is going to show up in the last 10 minutes of the show. But I could have sworn that they showed that as a teaser, and everything else happened except for the fact that Leslie was talking to Ted at the hospital desk, and she said that Vernon was cheating on Anita. All right, let me push play. Thank you for handling the tree for us. He says, our tree. And that's hard to adjust to when you say we, our, us. Yeah. He says, although I got to say that it's a lot more unique than I thought it would be, but it is very unique. Unique as us, she says. He says, it is. She says, well, did Daddy like the peach picture? Oh, yes, he did, honey. He did. He loved it. And he was very glad, happy, and grateful for us both. She says, I'm glad of that. And thank you for offering to hide it at your place. So he says he gets it. You know, she has her own way of the system. He says the print is resting on her bed, so she better go ahead and hide that shit before the mammy come over there looking and snooping around at the house for the present. She says, I will do that, but if you had a couple of minutes to join me. He was like, oh, well, why do you need me in your bedroom to help you with all the presents? I was thinking more of the lines of, I'm wrapping the presents. He looked at his watch. Set time for exactly 2 minutes. Andre, that's all you got is 2 minutes, bro. So we're at the Sherwood Forest, and Nicole is looking beautiful. She's Dallas Carlton. Hey, Carlton, you have any plans for tonight? What are you doing? A Christmas pageant sounds lovely. I'm sure your niece will be delighted to see you there. Wow, this is the second time Carlton has a little green. You know, he can have a little wiggle room, but he's a family person. He definitely is. No doubt, she would make an adorable sheep. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm busy too. Just have a family thing to do. Yeah. I was just checking in. We can talk tomorrow. Okay, bye. Damn. Carlton, man, you fucking up, bro. Where's Kyle? Call Kyle, honey. So she looks at the tree, and that tree is gorgeous. Her tree was gorgeous. Okay, here we are at the very end. Okay. They bring Ted at the very end? So anyway, we're back at the hospital. Leslie is getting on the elevator, getting ready to leave, and Ted is on his phone. He's walking toward the nurse's station. Ted. Oh, hey, Dana. You here visiting Peaches? I am. I left her room, and I'm happy to say that she has gotten some of her spark back. I mean, yeah, she's always been a fighter, but yeah. And now I look at her and I just see that spirit again when I look at her eyes. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, he says. Well, thanks to you, of course, she said. For getting that clinical trial, she says. Well, he says it wasn't just me, and the part that was me just doing my job. That's all. You went above and beyond, and I want you to know that I really Sincerely appreciated. And looks like Peaches is going to see another Christmas. Thanks to you. Well, I was happy to help. Yeah, so what are your plans for tonight? Well, I'm headed over to Martin's for a tree trimming party. Oh, a party. Well, if you need a date, I'll be more than happy to oblige. Sorry, Dana, I already have a date. Who? Shanice. Ooh, so she noticed it. Nope, Eva. I asked her yesterday to come with me. But it could still be the three of us together. Right, like we did on Thanksgiving. Honestly, things have been on the seesaw with my kids for the past few months, and we're just now getting on normal footing since I divorced their mother. So showing up with a woman that I once had an affair with, who they see lit the match that torched the family. Okay, okay. she, she cut him off. That was a million years ago, Ted. A million. Everybody needs to get over it. Go ahead and get over it already, okay? Especially Nicole and her family. And newsflash, honey, you ain't the only one in that family who's had an affair. Oh, she gonna look like a fucking fool. He was like, "You mean Bill? They haven't forgiven his ass either. Let alone ain't forgot about what the fuck he did. They've circled their wagons with him and his new. Okay, okay, I'm not talking about him." So he was like, "Then who?" She looking around. Vernon. 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 Okay, wait. You're saying Vernon Dupree had an affair? No, I'm saying Vernon Dupree is having an affair. Present tense with who? Now Anita is on her way there. Hopefully she doesn't hear them talking about this as she hits the corner or behind the wall or something. Oh God. One of the articulates. And I don't mean his wife. Vernon is at the country club writing. He's a lefty. Y'all know how the lefties are. If you're lefty, put your left hand up in there. Because Ted is a lefty. Keith, aka Ted, he's a lefty too. Well, his phone starts to bzzz. So it's Sharon calling him. Sharon, hey Vernon, hi. I just wanted to let you know that I was in town. Well, this was an unexpected surprise. Well, I thought that we could squeeze more time in before the holiday. Well, you should have called me first, he says. I have a lot of family obligations around this time now. I may not be able to get away. Well, I was wondering if you might be rethinking our whole arrangement, she says. He says, don't worry. All right, look, I'll find a way to make something happen. Okay? She says, good. Let me know what time works best for you. Even their expressions doesn't show that they're having an affair. It looks like she's helping him with something. It doesn't even look like there's no sneakiness around or anything. She's looking like she's being very, very helpful. And to know that if that Anita is going through that, even if they were, I think that she would back up because she really does love Anita. So I know for a fact that it ain't nothing happening between them like that, like that. So she tells him to tell her what's the best time, and so So Tracy walks up behind her. Who the fuck you talking to? Sharon was like, just a telemarketer girl. Nobody whispers to a telemarketer girl. What's really going on, Sharon? So we are with Anita in the hospital office, and Dr. An enters. She says, "I appreciate you coming in. I didn't want to have this conversation over the phone, and I would rather discuss this sooner rather than later." Damn. Oh no, she says, I'll take it that the results are not good. Oh, Dr. An says, I'm afraid not. The biopsy confirmed that she has breast cancer. So Vernon and Sharon are talking at the house. These are updates coming for next week. So do you think that what if she tells Anita, Sharon says, and he was like, she said that she won't tell her. And so Sharon asked Vernon, "Do you trust her?" He was like, "Oh hell no, you don't trust no." I know that it's Leslie that they're talking about. So we see that Shanice and Ted spends Christmas together. Well, Merry Christmas, Ted. She says. He says, "Merry Christmas, everyone." And what's a woman like you want? This is Isaiah and Eva sitting on his lap. I'm sorry. What everyone wants. She tongue kissed him down. Just remember, Duprees aren't your family anymore. This is Haley telling this to Bill at their house. I am. What is that horrible looking thing? Child, this is Chelsea asking that to Naomi, and Naomi put something on, got something on her head, and she sprayed something to Chelsea. So he says cancer. She says, and I want to see them all year. I want to see our children, our grandchildren, their children. I want to see everybody, honey, because this is going to be the best damn Dupree Christmas ever. Why do I want to cry? This is going to be the best damn Dupree Christmas ever. That is the end of episode number 194, Beyond the Gates. Think I heard it's going to be like 2 episodes next week, then a special Christmas episode. So wow. For some reason I felt that they was going to give her cancer. I felt that's what they were going to do. And we're going to go on her journey. We're going to go on her journey, and I'm sure that she will ring that bell eventually. Again, that's why I love this fucking show so much, because it's so relatable. I can't relate to them other shows. I really can't. I'm sure they're great, but I can relate. It's areas and pockets that I can't relate to. But all of us got a troublemaker friend that we either still talk to or we used to talk to, and they run their damn mouth, or they're just evil. Nothing you can say or do will help put a smile on their face. Everybody has known like somebody like that, or ran across somebody like. All of us. We have a good, solid man who was full of wisdom and stuff. We have a sex crazed sissy sister. We have a very controlled sister. We have a very artistic niece. I mean, this show packages it all for me. Okay, for me. Yeah, they don't get it right with them damn scripts a lot, but when they do, it hits home. All right, let me go ahead and get this together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.